But everybody else I've showed you guys, I just can't figure out your phone. I'm just not that smart. Really.
I couldn't.
Anyway, so something that you guys can do is once you guys say that you're going to follow it, you guys go ahead and you put your phone on airplane mode. Okay? Your GPS still works. It's still going to track you the whole time and show you exactly where you're at. Now, the more you turn on your phone, the more you're going to use up your battery. So be mindful of that. I would hold off as far as using your phone. I would hold off and save the pictures for the Chilcos. The Chilcos is where the awesome view is, and that's going to be your candy. That's going to be your little carrot that you're going for. The rest of it is a lot of pretty stuff, but save your pictures for the Chilcos for sure. I recommend you're talking about battery life on airplane mode about 7 to 9 hours, maybe 12 hours, depends on what your phone is, okay, and how many times you open it up. So maybe like a little external battery stick is not a bad idea, just to throw it in your pack, okay? And you know what? I think you guys are going to be fine, really. With this, we're going to have so many people that are going to be paired up, and it's just because you're all going to be going at the same pace. A lot of runners are going to be paired up, a lot of bike riders are going to be paired up. I'm not that awful worried about it. A part of me is, but not a whole bunch.
Just need to worry about that one guy that's out in front.
Correct, yes, don't follow him, right?
That'll probably
Okay.
be, right?
So as far as the app, if you guys have any other questions about the app, let's talk after this, and I can go one-on-one with it with you. We'll have another option to talk about it possibly on Friday, or even before we take off on the adventure on Saturday. Okay, so maps. Let's go over. Okay, so the main Canfield map, the one that I've drawn on, is kind of a grayish color. That pretty much I've drawn in there exactly what it is you guys are doing. You guys are going up the Forest Service Road from Nettleton Gulch all the way until you get up to almost where you can see the towers, and then you take a right, and that's when you get on D. As far as I'm concerned, you've pretty much made it to the towers and actually the top of West Canfield.
You don't, the towers are not as high.
Correct.
So you basically go up.
You have to go up that little section to
bit
actually
and then
tag
come back
that
down.
peak. So, once you tag that peak, you stay on D all the way down until you're going to come up to that same road that you came up on, and then you're going to kind of like just go straight across, and you come up onto this like helicopter pad that has a huge, nice view of Hayden Lake. From there, you hit D and you go down. From there, you're going to come back down to what is that, the island. From the island, you go across where all the nice, smooth roads are, and you hit D again. And then you get to climb and have more fun, and it's nice and technical. And then you guys end up bagging East Canfield, and then you come down off of there, and then you're going to come down towards the next saddle, which is it Stacy Saddle? Stacy Saddle. Okay, from there it can get a little confusing going on, was it D and 10? Yeah, D. Once you guys go across there are a couple maps put up there. If the trail looks really overgrown on the left, don't take it. Keep going until you see the section where the trail takes off to the left again. That's going to take you up, back up on top, and it's going to drop you back out a little bit further. Actually, what happens is you drop out to a section. It's another little saddle there with a bunch of roads, and you can either take the Forest Service Road at that point, which is 1562, which if you're looking at this map now, the section I'm talking about is right here where it drops you off at. Or you can go straight up the ridge, which is what I highly recommend everybody does because that makes it more difficult.
It's a hike and bike.
So is that really shaly?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we
So
were
if you
on
guys-
the,
if you
okay.
stay
I
on
have
the
no
road
problems
there,
with you guys
you'll-
going around that. You guys need to do what you guys can do.
Yeah. That's that, because we were like, there's no way this is right.
And then coming on the downhill section of that is just gnarly stuff. It's stuff that I don't feel comfortable riding down.
Keep up with the mountain bikers.
Yeah, it's not fun.
They did that.
Okay, so that trail is not actually marked. I think it's technically part of Trail 28.
Yeah, it's 28.
Yeah. If it was marked, it's shot or blown up. You know, gotta love our rednecks. Okay. That continues on out. You're going to come to another road intersection. From that point, you're going to have an aid station at that road intersection, and that's going to be the climb just before you guys go up Huckleberry Mountain. Okay. You guys have to make it there by 9 o'clock. That gives you, what, 4 hours? I mean, that's plenty of time. I think running it, I'm pretty sure I can probably do that section in about 2 hours. So, double that time, you shouldn't have any problems. I made it so that it seems like you don't have that much time between that aid station and the next aid station, but it's because you have so much time on that first one. It just gives you a little bit of a cushion, okay? From there, you're gonna go up the top of Huckleberry. Now you have the option of going up Huckleberry. You can either go up the really steep motorcycle stuff, or you can actually stay on the nice, smooth single track that's on the right-hand side of that, and you'll see the little section of single track. Once upon a time, about a month ago, I did mark it with some pink ribbon.
Oh, that was your ribbon.
But I've already had somebody ride a section of it saying that a lot of the ribbon's already gone. That's why I said I'm not gonna go back up and do it again.
Is that gnarly? Through the woods kind of thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
Actually,
pink
it's
ribbon, we
nice.
just used.
Yeah, but it's easier going.
Yeah, if you go on the right, it's a lot easier to go up. You can actually ride the majority of it.
Yeah.
You can run most of it. This is when it starts to make it so you can actually start running a lot more as opposed to hiking and power walking. There is going to be a section there. It's a little tricky to. You might even have to bushwhack. Hopefully that ribbon is still up, where you have to cut over and you get onto the motorcycle track. It drops you back down, which would be the north side of the mountain. Follow the app. That's why the app is so important in that section, because you might not be able to find it because maybe the ribbon's not still there. Hopefully it is.
The first time.
Okay, so when you guys go down off of there, you guys are gonna come down, there's gonna be a bunch of like what we call Kelly humps or tank traps down there at the bottom. When you come out there, you're gonna see the paved road that swings around the back part of Farragut, or Fernand's Saddle. You're gonna take a left, okay, and that trail I believe is 802.
So, coming down Huckleberry, do you go down the hike-a-bike
No.
one, or do you come back and then take that sort of little road?
You take that little
Does
tiny
that
trail that
big
takes
shortcut?
off. That little trail that takes off, blue is on it because I saw your picture of it with the snow next to the tree.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yep,
like
so
a
that's
really
all
long-
on
Because
the
I know there
map
was a
that
big
shows you.
shortcut you could take off of Huckleberry.
We don't take
shop and the
shortcuts.
backtrack.
That's the one that we.
Oh, but you said there was like a little goat trail. Or
There is a
something.
little goat trail and then hooks up to a nice trail. There's a couple sections where there's a log that's fell, whether I
Okay,
think a
so
tree
we
took it
were
down.
on that trail,
Okay.
we just didn't take.
You just take it all the way down to the bottom, and then at the bottom you take a left.
Yeah.
You know,
And
It's
then
just
it
the
goes
road.
back.
Is Mike planning to do it on the right time with everybody? Or is he-
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's gonna work out with the bike shop guys. So, okay, so from at that aid station, well, actually, you're not at an aid station there. Once you come down off of there, you're gonna go ahead and stick on that trail, which I believe is 802 at that point. It's a double track. Use the app if you're confused. You're gonna eventually follow that. You got a little bit of climbing up and down, but it's pretty smooth and it's pretty runnable or rideable. You'll end up coming down to Burn Cabin Saddle, which is mile 17. Cutoff time for there is 11:30.
Okay.
There will be an aid station there. If everybody signs in and everybody makes it through those aid stations earlier, she packs up and she continues. So, little thing to think about, if you guys are gonna drop out, make it to an aid station, tell us. Put it on that sheet of paper, that's why we have comments there. You know, if you're feeling good, say feeling good and continuing. Or going to the next aid station and then I'll see. You know, whatever it might be, let us know what's going on so we got a little bit of a paper trail, because I really have no communications with you guys. I'll have